RAUSCH Games!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to WWE programming here in our 2K14 Universe mode. We're coming to you live on Smackdown this Friday evening, the last Smackdown of the month of April, the last show before Extreme Rules. We're once again at the Bridgestone Arena in downtown Nashville, Tennessee, home of those Predators of the NHL. We've got a five-match card, sorry about that, for you this evening, and we're leading off with someone who's been in the main event recently, Ted DiBiase, the head of $1 Million Incorporated, the $1 Million Corporation, sorry about that. He is taking on Darren Young here in a one-on-one singles match. DiBiase has been involved in everything bad that's been happening here on the Smackdown brand throughout our Universe mode so far. He is in charge of the nefarious $1 Million Corporation. You've seen King Kong Bundy and Andre the Giant getting up in the Shield's grill about their tag team titles. We have seen Andre the Giant feuding with Alberto del Rio very successfully for the World Heavyweight Championship. And we've seen DiBiase himself losing quite often to Bill Goldberg. Goldberg appears to be the one thorn in his side at this point, stopping his corporation from taking over the Blue brand. Don't know what just happened there. That was a pretty big glitch. And here he is. He's in singles competition against Darren Young. Darren Young coming off a win on Superstars last night, our house show. He has not looked too great in tag team action with his partner Titus O'Neil so far. They've gotten some hard luck losses, so Darren Young looking for a victory here. And DiBiase just happy to be fighting someone other than Goldberg. Big power slam there from Darren Young to DiBiase. We do have 4 other high-octane matches this evening. We have yet another #1 contenders match for the Divas title. We just had one this past Monday on Raw between Natalya and Caitlyn. There we go. Tonight, we have the #1 contender, Natalya, taking on... Who is she taking on? Lita. There we go. We'll have Natalya taking on Lita in a #1 contenders match for AJ Lee's Divas Championship here on SmackDown. After that, we'll have a Falls Count Anywhere match between Kofi Kingston and Edge. Kofi on Superstars earlier this week, making it well known. Oh, big power slam from DiBiase that time. Kofi making it well known that he is interested in keeping his singles career going. He was invited to form a stable with Edge and Caitlyn and turned it down on Superstars, and he's coming right back with yet another match against Edge here on SmackDown, Falls Count Anywhere. 4th match of the night, we're going to have Alberto del Rio taking on Andre the Giant, non-title one-fall match. We know on Superstars that Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez confronted Ted DiBiase and said that they had proof that he was involved in the plot to run Alberto Del Rio over. We don't know what that proof is yet, but we do know that there is a title match between Andre and Alberto at Extreme Rules on Sunday, and that this is Del Rio's last shot at proving he can stay in the ring with the big man, with the 8th wonder of the world there. And in our main event tonight, instead of Goldberg taking on Ted DiBiase in a one-fall match, as we've seen a little bit of recently, we've got Goldberg taking on Randy Orton in just a nice, fan-friendly struggle between 2 of WWE's most respected and revered talents. That should be a lot of fun here from Nashville. We're still here in this opening match between Ted DiBiase and Darren Young, no days off, representing the primetime players. And it's a pretty even match so far. They've gone tit for tat on power slams and everything back and forth. DiBiase taking control with some up close and personal melee attacks. There's a twisting back suplex from the $1 Million Man, the Darren Young there. Now DiBiase has him up on his feet. And Darren Young reverses an Irish whip and sends DiBiase into the corner. And DiBiase now reversing, throwing Darren Young in with a kick to the gut there. Nice. Stomp to the chest. And he's just choking him out with his foot in the corner. Traditional tactics from the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. We come outside again, and Darren Young from behind with a Russian leg sweep on the floor of the arena, and he's going to get right back up on top rope, and he hits a huge double axe handle to Ted DiBiase out of nowhere, and now he rolls him over, and on the floor of the arena, he's got his head stretched back, and he's choking out Ted DiBiase. No submissions on the outside here. The ref is counting, but you better believe that's causing some damage to the $1 Million Man, and now Darren Young going to slide back into the ring, and DiBiase is up after him, and there's Darren Young with DiBiase up on his shoulders, and he gets in with a double knee gutbuster. We know that move pretty well from Darren Young at this point, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going to drag him away from the ropes here, and DiBiase looks like he's in trouble in yet another singles match. Pinfall, 1, 2. Oh, almost a 3 count, but DiBiase does indeed kick out. Darren Young now trying to work from behind, but DiBiase spins him around, twists him down to the floor, the mat. And now Darren Young reversing, throwing him to the apron. Oh, and a shoulder tackle, and into a sunset flip into a pin here from the DiBiase. That's a 2 count, and Darren Young does indeed kick out. That was very close. Darren Young now up in a side headlock, but DiBiase throws him down with a modified STO. And now Darren Young twisting the arm around of Ted DiBiase, takes him down by the ankle, and stretches out the hamstring, rolling over DiBiase's body. And there's a big leg drop right across the chest of DiBiase. Darren Young going for a pin again. Just a 1 count that time, though, and Ted is going to get up. Darren Young misses a punch. Ted DiBiase in a front headlock. And now from behind, he's got the $1 Million Dream locked in, but there was a rope break. His finishing hold gets broken up by the ropes, but he hits a huge drop kick to the chest of Darren Young there. And now he's going to drag him away from the corner. Looks like DiBiase is going to be going for his own pinfall here, ladies and gentlemen. Ref is down. 1, 2. Oh, and Darren Young does indeed kick out. There's a series of punches from Darren Young, but he misses on the third one. Blocked by DiBiase, who reverses into a huge twisting back suplex of his own. These two going back and forth. This is a pretty impressive match on Darren Young's part. Ted DiBiase. Oh, but never mind. As soon as we say that, we get the cheaty submission locked in by the computer, and Ted DiBiase does win by way of camel clutch. Unbelievable match from these two. It was a great way to open our show here from the Bridgestone Arena in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. We are here near the Smoky Mountains, ladies and gentlemen. And Ted DiBiase finally gets a one-on-one win on television here. Not having to face Bill Goldberg would be good for him, I guess, in this case. Darren Young disappointed that he had to lose here. But Ted DiBiase gets a win for the $1 Million Corporation. We're going to watch. There's that hold again that won it. A very quick tap out from Darren Young. Looks like it was locked in very painfully there. And either way, we're going to come right back. We've got that #1 contenders match for the Divas Championship. And we've got the other 3 matches tonight coming up right after that. We're going to get right through this card, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nashville, Tennessee, the Bridgestone Arena here. This is our second match of the evening. This is going to be a #1 contenders match for the #1 contender for the Divas Championship heading into Extreme Rules weekend. Your current #1 contender is Natalya. She proved that on Monday night, defeating Kaitlyn. But now here on Smackdown, Lita has requested a challenge, having thought that she was also on the same footing as Kaitlyn, obviously, because Lita has gone insane about Kaitlyn and Edge and all of that weird stuff. So here we are, Natalya's second #1 contenders match of the evening, and if my voice sounds different than it just did in our opening match, I apologize. I am actually recording the commentary for this match well after the fact. Apparently my microphone spontaneously shut off while recording this during Smackdown. So now, several days later, and much sicker later, here we are. Apologies, but not much I can do about it today. Either way, heading into this match, Natalya has indeed seemed to be the strongest diva in the WWE today. Nice Frankensteiner from Lita there. But Lita just irrationally upset over the situation with Edge and Kaitlyn. Ever since they started dating, she has not known how to take it. So here she is on SmackDown trying to kind of prove to Kaitlyn that, I'm better than you are. You couldn't beat Natalya, but I'm going to beat Natalya. And frankly, Lita has a better shot. Kaitlyn and Natalya are pretty much the same wrestler. They're both very focused on strength maneuvers. They are both known for, squatting and big powerlifting maneuvers. Lita is twisty and bendy and high flying and focused more on speed. It gives her a very complementary attack to the defense structure of Natalya. And I feel like Lita's got the better shot. But I also feel like heading into this match, she is just completely in her own head. I mean, everything about the situation with Edge and Kaitlyn there are reasons that she is upset about it. I mean, Edge, when he comes out to the ring today, his video still has pictures of her. Oh, there's that spinning discus clothesline from Kaitlyn. There are still people that hold up signs in the crowd that call her the rated R diva. There's just a 1 count from the ref, though, and Lita does kick out. So she has reasons to be upset. Oh, and a nice running Hurricane Rana from Lita off the ropes there. But on the same token, I think she's overreacting, and I think she's sabotaging her own career by poisoning her mind with these things. Edge is dating Kaitlyn. Edge has not dated Lita in years. Lita should move on and focus on her career, and hopefully this match against Natalya is the start of that. Oh, big drop kick in the corner by Natalya, but she misses the knee to the chest. On the other side of the equation here. Natalya is looking absolutely dominant, not only in this match, but just in general here in the WWE. And you have to think, if she goes into Extreme Rules weekend as the #1 contender, AJ Lee's time with the championship is short. You gotta wonder. I think the only thing that saves AJ is if Lita wins here. Because I don't know that Lita would want to take apart one of her big fans. But, oh, there's a huge leg drop from the top. Matt Hardy style from Lita. Unbelievable. Knee to the forehead on the outside of the arena. Getting too caught up in the backstory here. Not even paying attention to the match. There's Lita with an inverted neck breaker on the floor of the arena. And now she's backing off and sliding back into the ring as the ref is counting Natalya out. She'll take a count-out victory here. But no, Natalya is back in the ring. And Lita is waiting. There's that inverted twist of fate from Lita. Natalya splayed out on the western side of the ring. Pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, man. 2.6, maybe? That was very close. But Natalya's up into a snapmare. Lita with a punch to the gut from her knees. Has Natalya in a side headlock. And there's a facebuster to the mat. And now Natalya reversing up with a punch to the throat of Lita. And she twists her around by the arm. And slams her down to the mat, working the arm back. A little bit of an arm bar there. Decides not to hold it in for the submission because she's going to roll Lita over. She's got her legs set. This is going to be a sharpshooter, ladies and gentlemen. She's got it locked in, and Lita's nowhere near the ropes. Lita in a lot of pain right now. And she does indeed tap out, ladies and gentlemen. Natalya wins twice this week, proving she is the #1 contender for the Divas Championship. Nobody's going to put her down. And AJ Lee better hope that the McMahons do not book a title match at Extreme Rules, because it looks like Natalya is on just enough of a roll to make sure that AJ Lee never thinks about holding the pink butterfly belt again. And don't go anywhere, guys. We've got 3 more matches coming up from Nashville tonight. Speaking of the Edge situation, we've got Edge taking on Kofi Kingston in a Falls Count Anywhere match. That one's coming up right next. The 4th match tonight, we will have Andre the Giant versus Alberto Del Rio, 1 fall, non-title. Del Rio with that proof, I don't know. And then in our main event, we're going to have Goldberg taking on Randy Orton in a 1 fall match. That's going to send everybody home here happy in Nashville. Just about as happy as Natalya is to twice prove to the world that she is the #1 contender for AJ Lee's championship. We'll be right back, guys. And here we are. Oh, wait, there's Edge making his entrance, but Kofi Kingston attacking him on the ramp. And let's remember, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. They do have to get into the ring to start things off here, and that's exactly what Kofi's going to do, except the ref makes his way out. Maybe they don't have to get into the ring. I don't know. We'll find out. Kofi Kingston attacking Edge on the ramp. These two, an interesting history as of late. They've been booked in matches against each other on every Smackdown here in the month of April, except for last week when they were in a tag team match together with their manager, Edge's girlfriend, Caitlyn, taking on the Primetime Players, and they won because of Caitlyn's distractions. It was a strange match, but Kofi celebrated in the ring with Edge and Caitlyn afterward. Yesterday on Superstars, Caitlyn approached Kofi Kingston and asked him if he would like to form a stable with herself and Edge. And Kofi declined, saying he wanted to focus on his singles career, trying desperately to get a win, and walked away awkwardly when Edge showed up on his phone trying to show Caitlyn some texts from Lita, some crazy texts from Lita. So that's where we are with that. And Kofi has just been in his own head, trapped there throughout our Universe Mode playthrough so far. He can't get a win against Edge on SmackDown, and on Raw, he's been interfering in Antonio Cesaro's matchups to the point that JBL just lays them both out at the end of everything now, and everywhere he goes, he's essentially just a loser. So, desperate for a win, it looks like Kofi is becoming even more desperate as he comes out and attacks Edge as Edge is making his entrance before this match. Totally not Kofi's normal style. There's a nice sequence of moves from Kofi, though, in the corner. And this is Falls Count Anywhere. We're currently in the ring. Pins and submissions can happen anywhere. Weapons are allowed in this particular match as Kofi does go out. Edge running out and lays Kofi out as he's looking for a weapon. Both men are down on the floor of the arena. Kofi up just a bit quicker. Edge took more of the floor than he anticipated. Kofi with that flying punch. And there's going to be a kick to the small of the back of Edge. Edge is definitely hurting and a bit discombobulated after the opening attack from Kofi Kingston here. And there's a big drop kick to the back of Edge from Kofi. And now Kofi is under the ring looking for a weapon. And Edge is just going to get back up in the ring. And he wants Kofi to get up there and join him. Kofi has a table at his disposal, and he's coming into the ring with it. But Edge grabs it and slams Kofi in the gut with it. And now he's going to set it up in the center of the ring. Edge, the ultimate opportunist there, just took what the wrestling gods gave him. And now he's got Kofi up for a vertical suplex. And he slams him back down onto his back. And now working on Kofi one more time. But Kofi into a Russian leg sweep, and they knock the table off of a set of its legs. Now Kofi has that table, and he hits Edge in the gut with it this time. The table is going to define this match, ladies and gentlemen. Kofi's got it leaned in the corner of the ring. Edge is out face down toward the western side of the ring here. Kofi is in control. All it took was that cheap attack right off the bat. And now Edge, running at Kofi, takes the chair from him and slams him over the head with it. And now he's going to have Kofi. He's going to lock his ankle in the chair. This is not something you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. And he slams all of his weight down on it with a kick. Kofi's ankle may be shattered, ladies and gentlemen. He is in all kinds of pain. And Edge with the chair again. And again, right to the head of Kofi. And again, he's going to put that same left ankle in the chair. And he stomps on it one more time. He is going to do nothing but break the ankle of Kofi Kingston here. And slams him into the forehead 2 more times with the chair. The chair is broken, ladies and gentlemen. Kofi Kingston himself may be broken. Edge with a back suplex onto the chair. The head of Kofi Kingston coming down on it. Kofi is up, though, kipping up out of nowhere. And now Edge going to whip Kofi into the table in the corner. Edge running at him, but he misses a shoulder tackle, and Edge gets sent through the table himself. Pieces of the table fly everywhere. Oh my God, what just happened to Edge? What just happened to Edge, ladies and gentlemen? We got to check a replay on that. I have no idea what just happened to Edge here. But Kofi Kingston is back. He's got a little bit of a comeback going on. And he's got the leg drop to Edge there. But now Edge getting himself amped up, running across the ring. And Kofi with the monkey flip. And Kofi is signaling to the crowd that this match is going to come to its end now. We've got booms going on. We've got table everywhere. Edge's spine disconnected itself from his body for a second there. And Kofi hits that running punch to Edge. And Edge now working from behind on Kofi. He's got a full Nelson locked in, and Kofi Kingston can't really get out of it. But Edge is going to lose his grip. Yes, Edge does lose his grip. Kofi does indeed break his way out of the full Nelson there. But now Edge twisting the arm of Kofi around. And he gets him into a snapmare there, followed by an elbow to the neck. Kofi is down. Edge now slamming his head into the ring. Pieces of table and chair are everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This match got brutal out of nowhere. And now Edge throwing Kofi Kingston into the corner. Kofi with a double kick to the chest of Edge, though. And he gets a punch, and another punch, and another punch. And he's just punching Edge across the ring, but Edge reversing out of a dropkick. And he's got punches to the side of the head of Kofi Kingston now. Kofi now bleeding in the ring after that last face slam into the mat. And now Kofi with a leverage pin, but Edge does indeed kick out just after 1. Now Edge working from the front. He's going to have Kofi up. There's going to be another suplex clutch, and it is indeed, and Kofi is down on the mat. There is a trail of blood leading to Kofi Kingston here. This is the most brutal match they've had, and what have so far been friendly competitions at this point. Kofi Kingston is hurting. And now Edge, again with a flying body attack, but Kofi throws him down. And now Kofi going for the stairs, but Edge with a bulldog into the steel stairs. Unbelievable. Edge going to roll Kofi over now. 1, 2. Oh, I can't believe Kofi Kingston kicked out of that. That bulldog was insane. And there's a flapjack into the crowd barricade. Edge is just dominant right now. He's threading his leg through Kofi Kingston's. He rolls him over halfway. And we've got that submission locked in on the outside. But Edge has not really been focusing on the legs of Kofi Kingston, so Kofi does indeed break himself out of it. Edge now with Kofi on his shoulders. And a big face buster to the floor of the arena from Edge. Oh, and Kofi reverses what looked like Edge was setting up as a spear with an arm drag there. Kofi now with a pin on the outside. 1, 2, 3. Kofi with a pinfall out of nowhere. Edge looked like he might have been rearing to kick out of that, but Kofi Kingston does get the win after an arm drag. Not the best way to end that match, ladies and gentlemen, but the match itself was a gem. These two destroyed each other, and they have been friendly competitors so far. This was a bloodbath. Kofi attacked Edge on the ramp, he showed that it was all of a sudden a personal rivalry that these two have, that it's not about going out there and winning on SmackDown. It's not about winning in singles. Kofi does not like something about Edge, and Edge responded in like kind. There's the Bulldog on the steel stairs, Edge going through a table, possibly breaking Kofi's ankle with the chair several times. This is a match we're going to remember for a little while, and I'm not sure that we have seen the last of these two. Here's Kofi celebrating in the ring. He's leaving, but with the blood pouring into his eyes, he decides against leaving and runs back and is going to stomp down on Edge, kick him some more afterward. Something is up between these two, and we're going to find out what it is. We'll be right back for our next match, guys. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. This is our fourth match of the evening. Alberto Del Rio, big-time vertical suplex to Andre the Giant. Non-title, one-fall match. We've seen these two feuding all month long here on SmackDown. And Del Rio, though he's been strong in being able to lift Andre the Giant, he has not been able to beat the Giant, his #1 contender. They do have a title match this Sunday at Extreme Rules. And Del Rio, on Superstars, the last time we saw him, showed Ted DiBiase, wait, something between the two of them. Wait, Del Rio is deciding to walk away from this match now. Del Rio, he's been a bit, I don't know what to say, aloof ever since he decided that he had proof that Andre the Giant was behind the plot to run him over. We don't know who was driving the car. I'm not Andre the Giant, I'm sorry, Ted DiBiase. I'm getting caught up with who's actually in the ring. Ted DiBiase was involved in the plot. And now Del Rio deciding he doesn't need to actually be in the ring against Andre the Giant here. And Giant is just staring him down. But wait, Del Rio is actually going to head back to the ring now. We've got it underway here. Del Rio was trying to leave the ring, but he decided to come back, and he may have made a big mistake. He may have been able to just save his energy for Extreme Rules on Sunday if he left. But he throws Andre the Giant down, and Del Rio again from behind, big time back suplex. It's unbelievable how strong Alberto Del Rio has become this month in April, taking on Andre the Giant. Even if he's not winning, the strength on display has been unbelievable, and he's going to lift Andre the Giant onto the top turnbuckle, and he punches him in the face, and with the Giant from the very top, he's setting up a superplex. Unbelievable! Andre the Giant is down, and Del Rio, wait a minute, is leaving the ring now. And he's got a steel chair in his hand, and he's up, and Andre the Giant steals it from him, and he throws it out of the ring. But now there is Del Rio slamming Andre the Giant down, and now Del Rio heading back outside, and he picks up that chair one more time, and he's making threatening gestures. He's obviously not afraid of getting counted out in this match, and he's going to run across the ring. And he misses the Giant, but he hits the Giant in the face of the steel chair. And the ref signals for a DQ. Alberto Del Rio, just no regard for Andre the Giant in this match, ladies and gentlemen. He's mad, but he knows what he did. And with that proof, he just seems like he's a bit more confident. We don't know what's in that suitcase, ladies and gentlemen, but something tells me we're going to find out before Extreme Rules. Andre the Giant has just been knocked unconscious by a steel chair to the head, and that's how Alberto Del Rio needs to beat him at the pay-per-view. We'll be right back for our main event. And here's Goldberg making his way to the ring, but there's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, slamming his head into the stairs. We kind of knew that was going to happen at some point tonight. And the match is underway here, ladies and gentlemen. Our main event from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. The Viper, Randy Orton, taking on Bill Goldberg, who was just savagely attacked by Ted DiBiase as he made his way to the ring. Oh, but Goldberg reversing out of a clothesline, hitting his own on Randy Orton. Orton is down now. Goldberg is hurting, though. And Orton out of nowhere with an RKO. And now Orton's going to immediately go for the pinfall here. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count, though. And Goldberg kicks out on the number 2 there. His head bouncing off the steel stairs on his way down to the ring. Goldberg has already been taken out of this match by Ted DiBiase, who probably went to booking and made sure he did not have a match against Goldberg here in the main event tonight. He won a match earlier on against Darren Young. There's Orton with his patented Luthez press, punching the face of Goldberg while he's down. But Goldberg now with a punch to the gut of Orton is up on his feet, and he's got him in a side headlock into a snap suplex, and Orton is down on his back. Two of the most respected superstars in the WWE today, Randy Orton and Bill Goldberg. There's Orton with a reversal into an elbow to the face, and Orton shaking his arms around like it's really weird. And Gets him up in his own suplex and drops Bill Goldberg right down on the back of his head and the top of his back. And Goldberg into a big belly-to-belly. We've seen him doing that to DiBiase all month long, and I guess he's just pretending at this point that Randy Orton is Ted DiBiase. There's an inverted fireman's carry from Goldberg, who goes into a pinfall, but Orton very quickly kicks out of that. Goldberg's going to have to do more damage. There's Orton with a couple of big punches to the face and now working on the arm of Bill Goldberg. Has him in a little pump handle over his knee for a gutbuster there. And a huge elbow drop right across the face of Goldberg. There's a stomp on the arm, and Orton runs at him. There's another Randy Orton Lou Thez press, punching right into the top of the head of Bill Goldberg. Just stomping on his legs while he's down. Orton looking for a win here in his first major match in this year's 2K14 Universe mode. Goldberg looking to keep his streak alive, but DiBiase kind of made sure that wasn't going to happen right off the bat, interfering here. There's no love lost between those two. Bill Goldberg is the only thing stopping the $1 Million Corporation from completely taking over the Smackdown brand. And Goldberg's been fighting a good crusade for that cause. But Randy Orton does not care about the crusade in this match. Randy Orton cares about getting a win for himself. Goldberg just has to keep doing what he's been doing and fight back against the odds here. Orton now stomping on the back of the head of Goldberg. And another Lou Thez press from Randy Orton to Bill Goldberg. Goldberg was running at Orton, trying to hit him with something. And now Orton stomping on the arm, the leg, the other leg. And now we'll have the other arm. And he's going to kick him right in the face to Bill Goldberg. And now Orton over in the corner, and he's back on the ropes, and he's hearing some voices in his head, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely sure. And a punt, but he misses, and Bill Goldberg gets out of the way of the punt. Orton has to go for another Lou Thez press here. He's busted Bill Goldberg wide open, and he's going to run at him, and there's another Lou Thez press. Goldberg is bleeding from his giant, bald, shiny head, and Randy Orton just keeps pummeling him with blows after tackling him. He cannot let Goldberg back into this match after Ted DiBiase softened him up. But Goldberg now hunched over, waiting for Orton. And he's got Orton. He's got him in what looks like a suplex clutch, but we know this is going to be a jackhammer here, ladies and gentlemen. And there it is, the jackhammer. Orton is dead on the side of the ring. And now Goldberg is going to drag him toward the center here. He's got him for a pin. Refs counting 1, 2. Oh, Randy Orton kicks out at 2 there. And now Goldberg whipping Orton into the ropes on the reverse. There's a big spine buster from Bill Goldberg, very similar to a football tackle. He's got him, and we've got an ankle lock locked in. Orton's got to crawl for the ropes or he's going to lose the match, but he does indeed reach the ropes. This match got very good all of a sudden. It looked like Orton was going to win right off the bat after DiBiase's interference. There's another big belly-to-belly as Goldberg just throws Orton across the ring. Unbelievable. Bill Goldberg with the comeback here despite the blood, despite the RKO. Gets out of the way of the punt. But now Randy Orton slapping the mat, and he's up on his feet. And another Lou Thez press to Bill Goldberg, who is once again down on the mat. And Randy Orton with a couple of stomps there. And he's got a clothesline into another clothesline. And he ducks a clothesline. And there's a big power slam from Randy Orton. And once again, stomping on the shoulder and the shin. And he's going to work his way around. There's the other shin and the other shoulder. And a big kick to the bleeding head of Bill Goldberg. And now Randy Orton definitely feeling it. Definitely hearing the voices in his head. Goldberg is up. And Randy Orton, RKO out of somewhere. We definitely saw that one coming. Here's a pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, defeats Bill Goldberg here to send us home from Smackdown in the Bridgestone Arena, Nashville, Tennessee. Everyone here is screaming after that amazing match. Great match. Unbelievable match. Ted DiBiase interferes off the get-go and sends Goldberg into the steel stairs before it. Goldberg never really had a chance, but tried to fight back after he dodged the punt. That was unbelievable. But Orton came back, hits him with one more RKO, and sends us home the right way. Good match from these two, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Orton no doubt going to be celebrating in the ring after that. Goldberg no doubt going to be really upset heading into Extreme Rules after Ted DiBiase cost him a singles victory. There's that last pinfall one more time. And wait, Ted DiBiase out on the stage now, still calling Bill Goldberg out, ladies and gentlemen. These two are not done, and I have the strange feeling they're going to have a match at Extreme Rules just for some bloodshed. We'll see you for Extreme Rules, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, please leave us a like. Please subscribe. Stick around for a while. We've got some good stuff going on here. Just hit those buttons. It's nice and easy for you. We'll talk to you actually in a few moments for our little IWC recap. Be right back. Alright guys, we are back here immediately after Smackdown We just got out of the arena, the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. We saw that amazing main event between Randy Orton and Bill Goldberg that Ted DiBiase interfered in and then called Goldberg out from the stage to send us home. Those two, they've got a bit of a rivalry going on. We do have some news on WWE.com we're going to cover right now, right after that. Smackdown went off the air. We also have our stuff from NXT. In case you missed the updates on Twitter that I let out earlier this week, apparently Big John Studd and A Deceive are a thing now in NXT. That's horrifying because A Deceive is probably 100%, yeah, definitely this announcer's girlfriend's created wrestler in this game. That's not something I want to see. And The Miz and Zack Ryder have been booked to face each other in a title match at NXT's next pay-per-view next month, so stay tuned for more words on that. But now for the SmackDown news. Kofi Kingston has apparently turned his back on the WWE fans. We saw it tonight, attacking Edge before their match, attacking Edge after their match, causing Edge a lot of pain during their match. These two went from friendly athletic rivalry to all hell breaking loose, and it looks like Kofi Kingston has gone the way of the heel here in WWE. We'll keep you updated on that. We'll see if he says anything publicly about how he feels, but it looks like it became personal, and Kofi is now, quote-unquote, a bad guy. Tensions between champion Alberto Del Rio and Andre the Giant are heating up as they approach their title match. We saw that for sure. Del Rio thinking about leaving the match, thinking it's not even worth it, then second-guessing himself, coming back into the ring, only to hit the Giant with a chair and end the match via disqualification. Del Rio ends the month of April without a single victory over Andre the Giant, but this looks like a mental victory for sure. This is emotional for him to get a win there, and we still need to know what is in his briefcase that is proving that Ted DiBiase is involved in the plot to run him over last week. And finally, Ted DiBiase attacked Goldberg before their match in a dangerous attack. It did weaken Goldberg, slamming his head into the steel stairs. He ended up bleeding before the match was over and did lose to Randy Orton by way of RKO, and we just saw Ted DiBiase on the stage calling him out. Big drama happening here on SmackDown. It's been a lot of fun to play. It's been a lot more dramatic and fun than Raw, but hopefully Raw next month gets a little bit better. Now, moving forward very quickly to end this show, we're just going to go through the IWC. We will get out of SmackDown. We're going to go through our little IWC roundup here, and we're going to have quite a few newcomers in our weekly roundup of matches here. We've got Golden Tiger taking on a man that goes by the name of Mercer, but you'll have to pardon me here, Dan Hand, because I forget exactly what Mercer's full name is off the top of my head. I have no doubt it's somewhere on this giant list of wrestlers. I'm not going to look it up right now, but we are talking about Dan Hand's created wrestlers. We've got two of them taking each other on here, Golden Tiger and Mercer does get the win there, the first match in the IWC card this week. The second match, we are going to have someone with the last name of Watson. Oh man, Saharan Silver Ant is going to kill me for not remembering these guys. I don't want to look them up. Taking on another one of my created wrestlers, Sweeney Antoine. Breaking kayfabe here. This is an announcer's note. If any of you have ever played, God, what the heck is the name of the game? Wrestling Revolution for your mobile device. Matt Dickey is the creator for it. I'm sure you've seen people playing it before. I have played it extensively, and about 30 years into my save file, my wrestler has had the name Sweeney Antoine for about 15 years, so I figured I'd make a call that looks a lot like the way he looks in the game, and this is pretty much it. So we're going to see how he does in his first match, and he gets the win over Watson. Sweeney Antoine looking impressive. All right, RAUSCH cause, woo! Rivalry match, our third one of the evening. We've got Paige taking on Tamina Snuka. Tamina Snuka is the women's champion of the Indies, and she does once again beat Paige here. Oh man, this is the match that we've been looking forward to, ladies and gentlemen. The IWC Championship is on the line as the IWC Minor Champion, Soldier Ant, takes on the IWC Champion, Cassius Ohno, for his belt. We're going to give you the results. And Soldier Ant, unfortunately for this announcer, did not win. I was really pulling for him. He's one of my favorites down there in the Indies right now. Cassius wins and defends his title, although Soldier Ant has looked pretty good against him in recent weeks. And in our final match of the week from the IWC, Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks taking on Mark Briscoe of the Briscoe Brothers in an Extreme Rules match. And Mark Briscoe wins. Let's go check out the news real quick there, guys. Mark Briscoe picked up an aggressive win against Nick Jackson, and Cassius Ohno successfully retained the title after earning a tough win over Soldier Ant. So that's going to do it for this week of the IWC Roundup and SmackDown. I'm not going to spoil the card for the pay-per-view just yet. You've got to look for that on Twitter. That's www.twitter/RAUSCHGames, exactly as it's spelled here on YouTube. Go there for match cards, for story updates, and for anything else. Voting on the match I play on Superstars, all of that stuff. We're going to do it through Twitter. So check that out. Follow me on Twitter. Like this video. Subscribe to me if you're new and you like my content. We're going to keep having a lot of fun here, guys. We'll come back for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view very soon. Don't go anywhere, guys. It's going to be freaking huge. Have a great day.